Once upon a time, in a quiet valley surrounded by rolling hills, there was a 22-year-old girl named Elena. On the outside, she looked totally fine, but inside, her mind was chaos. Her thoughts never stopped. All day long, her brain was running non-stop, replaying awkward moments from the past, stressing about stuff that hadn't even happened yet. What if I mess up? What if I'm not good enough? The what ifs were endless. It was exhausting. She couldn't sleep right. She couldn't relax. Even when something good happened, her mind found a way to ruin it. It felt like her head was stuck in a storm. One day, she heard about an elderly woman who lived in a small village up in the hills. People said the woman used to be a big-time therapist in the city. She had helped a lot of people deal with anxiety and heavy emotions. But years ago, she left the busy city life and moved to the mountains for peace and simplicity. Every now and then, people would visit her for advice. Elena thought, honestly, what do I have to lose? So she packed a small bag and made the trip. After a long hike through winding paths and fresh mountain air, she finally reached a tiny cottage covered in flowers and vines. Sitting on the porch was the elderly woman, eyes closed, calm as ever. Elena walked up slowly. "Ma'am," she said gently, "my mind won't shut off. I overthink everything. I'm tired. I just want some peace. Can you help me?" The old woman opened her eyes and gave her the warmest smile. "If you really want peace," she said, "I've got a small task for you." She led Elena to a nearby well and filled a clay bowl with water all the way to the top, like filled to the brim. "Take this," she said. "Walk to the big oak tree at the end of the village and come back, but don't spill a single drop." Elena blinked. That sounded stressful, but she nodded anyway. She held the bowl carefully and started walking. The village was alive. Kids were laughing and running around. Vendors were calling out deals. A cart rolled by, making a loud clatter. But Elena didn't notice any of it. Her whole focus was on that water. Every step was slow, careful, steady. If the water moved even a little, she adjusted her pace. She stayed locked in. Finally, she made it back. "I did it," she said, slightly out of breath. "Not one drop spilled." The old woman smiled. "Nice job," she said. "Now tell me, did you see the kids playing near the fountain? Did you hear the music in the square?" Elena paused. "No," she admitted. "I didn't see anything. I was too focused on the bowl." The old woman nodded. "That's the point." Elena listened closely. When your mind was fully focused on one thing, just this moment, there was no room for overthinking, no room for past regrets, no room for future fears. Your mind was quiet. Elena felt it hit her. That calm she felt while carrying the bowl, that wasn't coming from the outside. It came from being completely present. All this time, she had been chasing peace like it was somewhere out there, in achievements, in validation, in tomorrow. But peace wasn't out there. It was in the now. "So if I want to calm my mind," she said softly, "I just need to bring it back to the present?" "Exactly, again and again." The sun started setting behind the hills, painting the sky in soft gold and pink. Birds flew back to their nests. Everything felt still. Elena walked home on the same path she came from, but she wasn't the same person anymore. When her mind tried to drift into worry, she gently brought it back, to her breath, to her steps, to the sound of the wind. And for the first time in a long time, she felt light. Here's the truth. Peace isn't something you find, it's something you allow when you stay present. If this story spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, whenever your mind gets loud, just come back to now. That's where the peace is.